Hi, welcome to SS Bhushan's channel. I am SS Bhushan. If you haven't subscribed SS Bhushan's channel yet, please subscribe SS Bhushan's channel because SS Bhushan's channel is the only channel that caters to the needs of the viewers in both English and Telugu media. Now coming to our grammar 23rd chapter. This chapter is about prepositions. In my earlier classes also I dealt with these prepositions. And today we shall deal with types of prepositions. Actually, this chapter ought to be dealt at the beginning of the prepositions chapter. I know it very well. But in order to avoid confusion among the learners or the viewers, I want to deal this chapter at the end of the prepositions. Because the right usage of a preposition in the right context is important, but not about the nomenclature or the names or the categorization is not important in our day-to-day English or in our competitive world, in our competitive examinations. Okay, now so generally we divide this into four types, and this prepositions chapter is the part 4 of my grammar videos. Okay, in grammar so far I have dealt 3 chapters on prepositions, and this is the this is the 4th chapter. Now coming to the first one, simple prepositions. The word simple means just a single word. Let us remember in such a manner. No English teacher will oppose your opinion. Okay, just a single word. At, in, of, by, on, from, to, with, till, etc. For example, they are used like this. Ritu is waiting at the bus stop, or Rishita is waiting at the bus stop. Santan is in the classroom. Jayanti came to me on the evening of 13th September. Okay, on the evening of 13th September. So this on, off, at, in, etc. are called simple prepositions or a single words. Coming to the next one, compound prepositions. They are also called as complex prepositions by some English teachers. And as I have told you just now, the nomenclature is not important. Just let us try to remember in our own way. These compound prepositions means they are two separate prepositions used as one whole, used as single preposition. For example, prior to, because of, according to, far from, as per. Okay? For example, Zalaza was at the airport. Zalaza is a proper noun, name of a person. Zalaza was at the airport prior to my arrival. That means before I reaching the airport, Jalaja has already reached. Jalaja is already there at the airport. Then we have to use prior to my arrival. Lokesh failed. Why did Lokesh fail? Lokesh failed because of his negligence or because of his carelessness. Because of is said to be compound or complex. Sheshu goes as per the existing laws. As per the existing laws. So these are called, or these are the examples for compound prepositions. The next one is double prepositions. Double, here the meaning itself is two. So double preposition composed of two prepositions to form one. Here also we have mentioned that they are composed of two prepositions, but they are two separate prepositions. They are not joined. A space is left between these two. But here, composed of two prepositions to form one preposition. That is, they are joined together and they are supposed to be written in a combined manner or in a united manner. Without, with and out. There is no space. You have to use jointly. Without, outside, within, throughout, inside, etc. Okay. Example. The battery lies within. There is no separate battery. It lies within. This within. I am inside the house. Where were you? I came to your house. I have been inside. I am inside the house. Neetu never goes outside. Outside without the company of Yashoda. So without. Outside. Without. Apadu was shouting throughout Subadu's speech. Subadu was giving some speech. Subadu is the proper noun and Apadu is also a proper noun. So, Apadu was shouting throughout Subadu's speech. That means right from the beginning to the end, he was shouting. So, throughout. You have to use without a space. So, these prepositions are called double prepositions. Okay, is it clear to you? Now, the next classification is participial prepositions, or they are also called as gerunds. Okay. Now coming to this, present participles of verbs used without a noun or pronoun attached to them. There is no noun or pronoun attached to them. They are called participial prepositions. Okay. Regarding notwithstanding, including, excluding, considering, during, bearing, concerning, pending, respecting, etc. And before that, please go through my videos of verb forms, that is participles also. Verb forms part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. There are a number of videos on verb forms. Go through those verb forms of SS Bhushan if you want to know more about these participles. Now coming to this participles, simply try to remember as inform, okay, for the current class. So these are called participial prepositions because these informs have been used here, and they does the work of most of the English teachers say that they does the work of a noun as well as a preposition also. But anyway, here you have to simply remember that these, for example, exclude is a verb, excluding. So in such a manner you try to remember present participle. These are totally considered as prepositions. They are not verb forms now. So in the usage you can try to remember them as regarding your inquiry. I regret to say that the website is not opening. For example, you have been asking me about the admissions, OAMDC, online admissions processing degree colleges. Then I answered the student that regarding your inquiry, ENQIRY is just inquiring about in a casual manner, and inquiry means in-depth interrogation is called inquiry. Please bear in mind the difference. In detail, inquiry means peripheral, just asking only a few details. EN, this is IN, means going into the details. Regarding your inquiry, I regret to say that the website is not opening. So this regarding is called a participial preposition. Barring the scuffle between the two persons, the polling went on smoothly. How did the polling go yesterday or day before yesterday in the municipal elections or panchayat elections? Means then one of you have been answering in this manner. Barring the scuffle. Barring means accepting. So barring the scuffle means just one man pushing the other and the other man dragging the other man. So this scuffle, barring the scuffle between the two persons, the polling went on smoothly. Except that one or two instances, everything went off smoothly. Then you have to use this barring in the same way. So this is one example. Papu has been playing PUBG during council sessions. So some Papu, the name of some person, has been playing PUBG or something else during the council sessions. So council sessions or meetings are going on, but this fellow has been playing some games. So during is called the participial preposition. Gopal will act as principal pending further orders from the High Court. So actually Gopal, instead of Gopal, some Subbarao must become the principal. But the court ordered for the time being let Gopal be the principal until we issue the further orders. So in such circumstances, the word pending, Gopal will act as principal pending further orders from the High Court or from the Commissioner or from some superior officer. Pending. Next one. I shall marry you at St. Mary's Church, respecting your proposal. You asked me to marry at St. Mary's Church or somewhere else. So respecting your proposal, I too accepted it. So in these In these cases also you have to use these participle prepositions. So prepositions can be categorized into four types. That is simple preposition, compound preposition, which is also called as complex preposition. Don't bear in mind that is compound sentences, complex sentences. Just as far as prepositions are concerned, you have to bear in mind simple preposition, single word, compound preposition, two separate prepositions taken as a whole, taken as one preposition. Next, double preposition. Double preposition means two prepositions to form one. They are joined without any space. That is the third one. Fourth one, participle prepositions. Bear in mind the inform. These are the four kinds of prepositions. Thank you for watching SS Bhushan's channel. Please subscribe SS Bhushan's channel and share the links of SS Bhushan to all of your WhatsApp contacts, because SS Bhushan's channel is the only channel that caters to the needs of the viewers in both English and Telugu media. Thank you.